Welcome to Orange Sage Off-Highway Vehicle Recreation Area out of Doyle, California. We are camping in the Raptor Trailhead. There's Ford Stage, Diamondback Trailhead, and Raptor Trailhead. There is another Ford Stage on the far side of the mountain, Turtle Mountain, that people use also, but it's very small. It doesn't have vault toilets. All the ones on this side do. Yesterday, Zina and I were out here for a ride, and I couldn't get the cameras to work right. Go figure. But I got them to work today. Also, my GPS was not connecting with my iPad, which I use with Onyx Off-Road to mark the trails. And Zina stayed at the trailer because shoulder from a prior injury was bothering her. So she has ice on it, so she's not going to go anywhere. So as you can see, the trails are marked. You can go left or right, and they tell you what type of vehicle could be used on them. So that was trail number 30. And I'm on trail 30. Now we're on Ford Stage Road. Or are we on Ford Stage Road? No, we're on a different, Ford Stage Road. Yep, that's what this is called, Ford Stage Road. Indian Spring. So this is another riding area, and we can go left or right. So I'm going to go left. Last time we were here, we had to turn around and go back out of it because there were cows down here blocking the road with their calves. They wanted nothing to do with us. So now we're on 20. And it's green, so it's an easy road. As in, not too technical. Unlike some of the trails in the national forest, they can get blocked with trees and down stuff, and they don't come out and clear them out as well. See, this gets kind of wet during the winter. And I'm in high and two-wheel drive. I haven't even put it in four-wheel. A lot of these trails, the easy ones, you really don't need four-wheel. Temperature's about 68 degrees. I think the high today is going to be like 70, 75 the most. We had cloud cover yesterday with possibility of rain, but we didn't get any rain. We just had the rain clouds go flying over with the wind. So I'm using my DJI Osmo Action 4 for the dash cam, and I'm using the Costco camera for my outside the cab view from the passenger side. Nice having helmets that have the brake front. You can open them up, get the fresh air. No allergies to speak of, which is nice. Okay, so we got a couple different trails to go. The main trail goes to the left, or we can go straight. Let's go straight. I haven't been down that way in a while, or if not at all, because we had to get turned around last year, or 2024 when we were here. This goes back up in the canyon. So. Staying on designated trails, wildlife recovery area. Yes, sir. That's a dead end and it's closed. Oh, that's 21, and we can go on that one. Or we can go straight. Let's go straight. It probably loops around. I also have the map in the area, so if my on-axis got me confused, I can always pull the map out and look where I'm at and see where I need to go. Even with the helmet, I've noticed that I might need to start bringing my earplugs because of the noise. Save my hearing. So we got a deep, deep stand. So I'm going to be using low and four-wheel drive. There we go. Wild Horse Trail. There goes 20. And Wild Horse Trail. Let's see what. Let's go up 20. Yeah, because we can go up it, but that looks kind of small for this size bridge. Yeah, it starts to turtle down into a single track. So, no. Oh, let's go this way. This is 9. And you can see what it says 9 can be, and we're not it. So, we're not a motorcycle, we're not a quad. So, we can't ride on this one. So back out, go back to 20. There we go, back on 20. See, other off-road vehicles have been here. Cows have been out here. So, also see some cow pies on the trail. So, yeah, we'll be coming up to another intersection here in a minute. And we'll see which trail we're going to be going on, or which one I want to go on, right? Okay, 20 is ready. That's 21, and we go on it. So I've been on 21. Been on 20, so let's go 21. Won't be an easy one. So let's take a look. I've also noticed that some of the trails don't get used a whole lot. The brush gets tall in the center. So I've been going back up into these canyons more than the main trails. Something different. Because right now we're in the wildlife refuge area. The BLM maintains. We can stay on the trail, but you are not to go off-road or cross-country on them. Sorry, plant. You can tell it's been a while since someone's been back here. That's okay. We'll just follow it, see where it goes. And if it gets too gnarly, we'll turn around and go back. Don't want to have to clean my drawers. Also helps that I reduced the air pressure in the tires to 10 pounds. They were sitting at home, sitting in the trailer, and they got up to 15. Oh, I'm still on the right trail. 9, I can't go on. 9, I can't go on, but 21, I can. Little rutted out from this past winter, most likely. And let's put it in four-wheel drive. Feel the rear end sliding this muck. And this looks like it's where it is ended. Yep, this is the end of the trail. No vehicles beyond this point. Well, I'm going to get out, take some pictures with my iPhone. It was a nice little ride. Okay, time for break. Okay, we'll take 20 this time, because it'll hook back into another trail. Further down here. Number 12, I think. If I can remember right, it goes into 11. Okay, more low. I want to go over that high side. And 19 is for single track or quads. Not us big folk. Okay, we're coming to another trail. Yeah, now we're on 12. And do 16, but what I can't do is 12. Now we're on number 11, which we could use. You can see it uses motorcycles, quads, or side by sides. Basically 60 to 64 inches. So doesn't recommend Jeeps or trucks. But the other day, the BLM fire department was out here tooling around in their fire truck, their brush truck. So I know they can get their trucks up here if they need to. So here we are at another trail. We're at the intersection of 11 and 18, and that was 18 is just for the quads and the motorcycle. 12 and 11 are for side by sides. Another one. Low gear. Not that difficult, but you just can't see over it too well. You got to climb it. And it did it just fine, like I knew it would. Back to high and out of four-wheel drive. Why have it four-wheel drive on these trails and you don't need to? Something if you're going to be technical rock climbing and stuff where you need all four wheels to dig in, but on this, you don't. Now here we go again, another steep one. See, some of the areas, it's quite sandy. because I couldn't stay around it. Low gear. These rock formations are beautiful. Okay, 11, yeah, 15 is just for motorcycle. This is the one we want, right here. Number 11. Oh, I got a nice little climb. Okay, so we're back out here. Here we go. Look, back out at Indian Spring. I'm going to take you over to a different trail that I've been on yesterday, but didn't have the camera running. I'm going to put it on pause because we're basically just the same kind of trails we're on now. Not much to really look at. Well, I'm back. Here we are on the trail I wanted to take you on. Number 36. It says it's a more difficult trail, but we were allowed to go on it. And I'll show you why it's considered a more a trail that's more difficult. This part is, you'll see when we get there. This is also in the Fort Sage Wildlife Refuge, where they're doing a lot of habitat restoration also. So they got it quite marked. No off-road, no vehicles off the main pathways. Stay on your trails. No cross-country riding. That one I can go on that one. We'll take 36, which is one we took yesterday, but the cameras, for some reason, weren't recording. But they are today. Look at that view. You'll see some of these straight dirt roads out there. We were on those yesterday. A couple of them. Now we're going to get into the windy, steep part, which makes it the more technical or more difficult trail. So this is why they call it a more difficult trail. There is another one farther to the east of here that is basically straight up and straight down. And it's called the Widowmaker Trail. Oh, this part we're pretty much got over the other part, so we can get back into high here. Go through this roly-polies. We got down here at the bottom. We went straight across and out to those dirt roads, but I'm not going to do that. 36 goes to our left. That's what I'm going to do. Damn bug. Had one fly right in one of those big old bumblebees. Scared the you know what out of me. I heard that buzz. Looked down there, he gets flown right in front of my face, or just below it. You can't see it, but off to our left here is called Turtle Mountain. It's on the left side of the. Supposed to look like a turtle. And here we are back at Fort Sage Road. Basically, it's a gravel road. And we went off 50 last time, but I'm not going to go that way this time. I'm going to call it, turn it off for now, just take it the road back up to the where 30 cuts back in again and show you that area. So I'm back. Fort Sage Road is rather bumpy because they use a tracked vehicle to straighten it out. So this is where 30 comes in, and it'll show you the land of David. There's a sign how much farther you got to go to the actual grounds. So this is Trail 30 again. And I'm going to show you the land of David, and I'm going to go back out and up to the main entrance so you can see that. And you'll see a lot of cattle here. Here's the land of David. As you can see, there are cattle here. Single track use up there. 30 continues on. But this is what I wanted to show you. And 39, it says you can't use, but look how steep that is. No, thank you. So, I'll come back at you when we get closer to the main entrance. I'll record the sign, tells you how far it is, and then we can go from there. Yes, I do have Starlink Mini on the Razor for internet, and mainly for phone calls when you're out in the middle of nowhere and no cell service. So that's why I also have the Spot Messenger also. So if one doesn't work, something goes wrong, I've always got something I could use to get out. There's the sign. 3.5 the Diamondback Trailhead, and then we're at 4.2 to Raptor where we're at, and then Fort Sage. So onward. I'll get back at you see what the trail's like, so you don't need to watch the whole thing all the way there. I'll be back at you before I turn in. Oh, we're almost back to the entrance to Fort Sage OHV. Doesn't show it on the off-road vehicle, but this is when you're on a pickup truck pulling a fifth wheel, it is rather bumpy. And here we are. Fort Sage off-road vehicle area. As you can see the little divots from their tractor they use, dozer or whatever they use to grade it. So there's a bunch of there's a lot of trails out here. Single track, also for quads. Then there's the side-by-side trails. Then they got some bigger ones like this that you can use Jeeps on. Also, they also have horse trails. So if you're into horseback riding, you can bring your horses out here and ride the trails also. There are marked which ones are horse trails. Like the trail, it says Wild Horse Trail. That is designed for horses. Takes you back up in the hills a little bit farther, and then back onto a main road. There's a couple of them marked strictly for animals. But the ones for motorcycles and the quads, you could use a horse on them also. Here's Diamondback Trailhead to your right here. It's a small little campground. Now, Fort Sage, the actual campground itself, they have picnic tables, fire ring, and a grill area. And it's all either tent or trailer and back end. You've got a trailer. Raptor Trailhead is a bigger area for those of us that have bigger trailers. And they do have campsites that have the same features. And we're in one ourselves. But when you're boondocking out here like this, and you've got a full tank of water, my trailer's 125 gallons, then you got 30 gallons of, or 25 gallons of fuel for your generator or your toys. You really can't put anything in the back of the trailer. You're overweight. So this is the entrance to Fort Sage. I'm not going to tell you the campground. You can go to BLM and you can look up the map and it'll show you the campground. I'm headed up to Raptor Trailhead where we're camping. So here's Raptor. As you see, we got a camper next to us. We're the one in that the red truck and the big fifth wheel up there. They do have vault toilets. As you can see, I got my solar panels out. And that's it for today.